Hey everyone, welcome to the Usurper Records podcast. I am Steve, and today we are talking about Kid Cudi's album Speedin' Bullet to Heaven.
Fifth studio album,
which makes this episode 6 or 7.
7.
This is episode 7. We are knocking them out of the park, brother.
Yeah, we are, aren't we? Yeah, man. Fifth studio album, Speedin' Bullet. But I think it says fifth studio album because it doesn't include Wizard.
Yeah, no, of course. So I technically count it as his 6th studio album.
But yeah, this album is different from a lot of them, isn't it?
It is.
Even different compared to Wizard.
Yeah, I would agree. So, a little background. This album was released on December 4th, 2015 through Republic Records and Kid Cudi's Wicked Awesome Records imprint.
Where were you when you first... Yeah, go on, continue.
No, I was just going to say it was most of the tunes are produced by Cudi, with Plain Pat co-producing 4 tracks.
Okay.
And it was released as a 26-track double album. Today we are going to be talking about the first CD, the first 18 songs, because side B, as he classes it, the second CD, is like, how many songs is it?
8 songs.
8 songs, and they're clearly bonuses because a bunch of them are demos and alternative versions of songs that are on the album anyway. So we're not going to get into that today. We're just going to focus on CD 1.
The main body of work.
Yeah, the main album. So yeah.
18 songs is a lot anyway.
18 songs is a lot. But yeah. What did you just ask me, William?
Do you remember the first time you listened to this album?
I don't remember the first time I listened to the album.
But you remember the time.
I remember the time, and I remember listening to it and not going into it with any high hopes, because as we've established, if you haven't listened to any of the previous episodes, I loved the Man on the Moon albums, and then I started to have a slow decline in my enjoyment for Cudi's music. So I went into this album with no real expectations, and I quite enjoyed it. I don't know whether I was in my rock era or whatever, but when this first dropped, I really enjoyed it. What about you? Do you remember when you first heard it, or when it dropped?
I can't remember when I first heard it, but I remember the time period in which I was listening to it. And I listened to it. Wait, I'm sorry. I'm actually quite surprised that you said that you enjoyed it.
Don't you remember me? I remember you not liking it, and me pushing around to you saying you will like this, and
I remember that vaguely.
Yeah,
actually.
And you were just like, no, it's not for me.
What?
And I don't know why.
Yeah, that's very strange. It's taken a while for it to grow on me.
Mm-hmm.
Taking me on all, like, I remember when I first listened to it, I think I just missed the way Kid Cudi was. And even though I'm a rock fan, I don't know, it's just not what I wanted to hear from Kid Cudi at the time. I
got you. Yeah. But we say it's a rock album. It's rock influenced, but it's more I would say a grunge vibe.
I don't know. I just found it weird at the time of listening to it.
On your first listen, yeah.
On my first listen, or the first times I was listening to it, and I just did not understand Beavis and Butt-Head. just did not get it.
See, I loved that he put Beavis and Butt-Head in. Like, obviously, he gives a little shout out to Kurt Cobain in this album, and I believe he says in one of his interviews more recently that it was in 2024, Cudi credited the Brett Morgan documentary Kurt Cobain Montage of Heck, which dropped in 2015, with inspiring Speedin' Bullet to Heaven and expanding his mind as an artist. So obviously he just watched a Kurt Cobain documentary and he wanted to make a grunge album. So if you're taking it back to 90s Nirvana sounds, putting Beavis and Butt-Head in the skits was genius, in my opinion.
Fair enough. I understand it now. I've listened to it recently of what he is trying to do. And as we go through the album, we have to listen to the dialogue of it because I now find it so funny, but I now get it. And as it goes on, I understand what is happening. I don't know if it's the same for you.
Okay. Well, I have an issue, but I do have an issue with the Beavis and Butt-Head skits, but I will bring that up at the end.
It's weird because
of our review.
Find it. Okay, number one, what I find bizarre is that I would expect me first off to appreciate this album from the get-go. You get it?
Yeah.
And you saying that it was horrendous, I hated it, but that's not the case. That's strange already.
Yeah. No, it is. It is.
This album is a very strange album anyway.
Yeah, this is definitely one of Kid Cudi's most hated on albums. Anthony Fantano, the Needle Drop, famously give this a 0, which I don't know whether it was his first 0 he ever gave out, but obviously this was 10 years ago now, so yeah, he give this album a 0. So it's very, and I can understand why it's hated on. It doesn't take a genius to see why people don't like it. You know?
When we mentioned the fact that he was at the lowest point.
Oh yeah, we can talk background.
Yeah. He was at his lowest point ever in his career. I don't know, like, what's the name of that documentary that he released, I think about 3-4 years ago?
Oh, the Amazon Prime documentary.
Yeah. Where he does not touch on it, and when the interviewer tries to bring it up, he's just like, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Because...
Which is a shame. Because that's one thing I hate about documentaries is the fact that an artist has such a big discography and you focus on 2 albums and you give one album 20 minutes of airtime, you give another album 10 minutes of airtime, and then the rest are just skimmed over. Really, I don't like that. But obviously if he has what's the word, bad memories from that time, then it makes sense why you want. Yeah.
He was at an all-time low, I think, in my opinion. You can just tell.
Well, he was supposed to go on the Special tour around the time this album dropped, and it was cancelled and later was to the following year, 2016. So yeah, he must have been in a bad place.
When was it? No, it wasn't this time. It was later on where he went into
rehab.
Went into rehab. Was it about this time? Or was it?
I'm not sure.
I don't think it was. Sure. I think it was afterwards.
The problem is, when I was researching this album, I couldn't find many interviews from Cudi around this time. I seen one, but it was on the set of a film that he was making, or at the premiere of a film that he was making. So they were just talking about the film. So yeah, it's very hard to find video footage of Kid Cudi around this time, which screams depression, and hiding away.
But in the midst of all of that, again, you have to respect the fact that this guy has gone into a completely different genre and just said, fuck it, I'm gonna do it.
True. No, that's one thing I always say I respect about Kid Cudi, that he's willing to switch up and no album sounds the same as the previous. But then you run a risk of people not enjoying it, people not seeing your vision, maybe not executing it as well as you'd like. But yeah, a little more background on the album. The album debuted at number 36 on the US Billboard 200, which I think is his worst. Don't quote me on that. But number 36, with first week sales of 19,000.
Wow.
In April of 2016, an interview with Billboard, Cudi said he would no longer be releasing Man on the Moon 3. After Speedin' Bullet to Heaven, he said that the response to the album tore him up, and its poor commercial performance led him to question his own fan base, if he even has one at all. At the same time, he considered it to be the best thing to happen to him in 2015. The following month, Kid Cudi claimed that it was ahead of its time and believed its impact would be seen in 5 years or maybe sooner.
On that note, do you think that now it's appreciated more than when it initially came out? Because I think it has grown on people.
Maybe, but then who's looking for it? So critics are not going back and listening to it and being like, we were wrong.
No, I think it's his fan base.
Cudi's fan base are going back to it and maybe thinking they're wrong.
I think that's the case. I.e. me, people like myself, where I listened to it, I was just like, meh, listen to it max 3-4 times. I was just like, I like 2 or 3 songs, and I just left it. And now that I've gone back to it, I'm like, actually,
again, this is a perfect example for why we make this podcast, because what are the chances you went back to this album in the next 5 years?
Yeah, well,
it would be a rarity, wouldn't it?
Over 5 years, like, it's been ages. But because every time I scroll, if I'm on my Apple Music and I go to Kid Cudi's discography and I see like even this cover, I'm like, nope, I'm not listening to that.
Yeah.
But having taken the time to listen to it, I even text you and I was just like,
yeah, of course you, and I think I said, of course you do, because you seem to like everything Kid Cudi does. Apparently, I thought this was going to be an entertaining podcast, okay? Where apparently Will loves everything Cudi does, but no, I still think it's a hard listen. I think you can't just play it in the car with your family.
You can't, no.
We're going to get into it, guys, but it is depressing.
It is a hard listen.
It's depressing.
It's creepy.
Some of it's jarring, some of it's creepy. Yeah.
Yeah. What is your favourite song on the album?
But okay, we'll get into favourite songs in a minute. Sorry. We need to talk about artwork, okay? The cover. I quite like the cover. I think the cover is pretty cool. It's got that warped, distorted, I don't know what you call it, but I quite like it. The trees, he's in nature, he's got his six-pack out. I quite like it. What do you think of the cover?
So this album cover represents the album perfectly, because when I look when I look at this album, I just think of a madman. He looks like a madman that is just spiraling, and that's what's going on with the effect on it. It's a spiral. There's a scene that I'm trying to think of.
It reminds me of drugs. It feels like he's on drugs.
Like, remember that scene out of, what you call it, Wolf of Wall Street, where he's just off his face.
Yeah.
Like,
You hit the nail on the head.
He's just, and you can just tell, like, that's what he wanted to personify.
Yeah. And then you got this on the back, Speeding Bullet to Heaven with static. It looks like very much 90s MTV vibes. But then you open it up. Okay, and have you got a physical copy?
Not yet. I've bought it, but I don't have it yet.
It hasn't come back. Okay. When I opened this up, like, this doesn't look dark to me. This doesn't look dark to me. This looks like he is getting high in the woods, which is probably the best place to get high and just vibing. Okay, he does look lonely, so maybe that's a fact, but he looks like he's having fun. You know, this looks cool, 90s vibes. Okay, have you ever seen inside?
I have not.
Let me just show the camera. It is like writing, which is blood red. There is scribbles and drawings, and it looks like something a child would write in a horror movie. It creeps me out, brother. That is a cool picture of him playing the guitar though, but that is fucked. And then you've got another shot of him in the forest, but with writing all squiggled over it. Exit you. I don't know what that says. But yeah, a lot of mess.
You see, with you describing it like he looks like a man in the wilderness or forest or whatever, just having fun, I don't see that. I just see a madman high off his face, and he has just lost it all. He's lost it. That's the perfect. That's it.
Fair.
He's lost it.
But yeah, this I just opened it to have a look at the track list, and it reminded me how much it creeped me out. So yeah, I thought I'd just share that with you. That's I feel like that's important to see when you're about to get into this album. But yeah, so what? Okay, tell you what. You guess my favourite song and my least favourite song.
I literally couldn't tell you what your favourite could be. But if I had to guess, Confused.
It's a good guess. That's the single in it. But no, Edge of Earth, Post Mortem, Boredom is my favourite. Yeah. Your favourite is. I'm not gonna continue the trend. Your favourite is. I'm gonna guess it's one of the early songs. I'm gonna guess it's Man in the Night. No, which one?
It's a difficult one between three, but it's going to be Handle with Care.
Fair. Do you know how we discussed on a previous episode that Cudi sometimes can predict the future? Like when he says, "You motherfuckers get the Will Smith smack," right? On a Kid Named Cudi, or yeah, one of those. He talks about me on one of these songs. Weirdly, yeah. Can you guess which one?
No. Oh. As soon as you said it, I looked at the list and I was like, what on earth is he? And I just saw it. And I was just like, oh. Track 10.
Track 10. Judgmental. That song's called.
Yeah, judgmental C word.
Mm.
I respect the fact that you actually did not say the word. Yeah.
I am one though, so that's the unfortunate thing for me.
That's so funny.
But yeah, where would you rate this album cover on his discography?
What, the album cover?
Yeah. If you're rating album covers, you know, we give Man on the Moon 1 and Man on the Moon 2 very high praise for album covers. Wizard, obviously designed by Virgil. Rest in peace. I don't know if we discussed Indicad album cover.
No, we didn't.
But yeah, where would you rank this? Is it a top?
I think it does. It's an amazing album cover, not because I like it.
Yeah.
But it fits its purpose. The album it's out of control. It's him spiraling out of control.
Mm-hmm.
And every time I look through Kid Cudi's discography, I get a certain kind of instant feeling as I go past that album of it is unhinged or uncomfortable, and that effect does that. It's a madman's album.
I can see that. I love the cover. Yeah, it's probably top 3 for me.
Yeah,
I
can't say I love it, but it fits its purpose, and I think that's why it's such a good album cover, because it does what it needs to do.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair. You got any facts about this album before we get into the song by song?
He did not want it to be a hit. Like, I think some companies or whatever labelled it as a hip-hop album, and he got really annoyed by it.
Which makes sense.
He was just like, it is not a hip-hop album. He made that perfectly clear. He was like, it's an alternative album, if anything. And he really wanted to get that across. I think he put it out on Twitter on the day of release, like explicitly saying, do not call this a hip hop album.
Yeah, Tyler the Creator, when he dropped Igor, was upset that he was getting put in hip hop and rap categories for awards.
Really?
And he said it's not a rap album, there's no rapping on it. So yeah, I get it. When you make,
Don't box me in.
Unfortunately, rappers and hip hop artists seem to get boxed in quite often, don't they? But yeah, this is not a hip hop album. So if guys, if you haven't listened to this and you're expecting a Man on the Moon album,
no.
If you're expecting,
it's a hard listen.
It's a hard listen. We're gonna get through it together, okay? But yeah, just warning you now, it is a hard listen. So yeah, anything else to mention?
Why for the people that do like this album?
Yeah.
Why do they like it? If you're a hip hop fan and you're a person that loved Kid Cudi's Man on the Moon 1 album, Man on the Moon 2 album, and then you listen to this album, especially when it dropped, and you like it, why?
I think it depends why you like Kid Cudi. If you like Kid Cudi for his rapping or his melodies, or like Day and Night and Embrace the Martian and Mojo So Dope and your up-tempo Cudi songs, this, you're not liking this. But if you fell in love with Cudi because of, like Pete Davidson said in an interview, that he thinks he would have killed himself if it wasn't for Man on the Moon 1, and Man on the Moon 1 saved his life. If you're one of those kids who believe Cudi saved your life because of the lyrical content of him speaking to you about depression and him opening up like other artists never have, then I think you would love this album, because it is very much lyrically that elk, you know. It is very much thoughts of depression, thoughts of suicide. That's the album, really. And if that's why you love Cudi, for those songs on his earlier stuff, then you're going to love this. Does that make sense? If you're not there,
nail right on the head, yeah.
That so I think the Cudi fans who love this album could possibly have been in a dark place when this came out, and it might have helped them through as much as a Man on the Moon 1 helped people through. So obviously you're going to have an affinity with that album. Do you know what I mean?
I think you hit the nail right on the head. I think you're absolutely right, because it's not the Kid Cudi that you know of, but when you get down to the messaging behind it and where Kid Cudi was, you can resonate with it regardless. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, and I also want to touch on, I think when you listen to certain albums, your mood and frequency need to be on point with the album sometimes for you to appreciate it. Like, I remember 808 and Heartbreak hit me more when I went through Heartbreak. Does that make sense? Than it did when it originally came out. When it originally came out, I was like, meh. But then some of the songs hit you so much harder when you're going through the same thing as the artist is trying to present. And I feel like if you were going through a very bad time and you've listened to this album, I think it hits you deeper than it would
100%.
mean you listening to it now. Does that make sense?
No, you're right.
And unfortunately for Kid Cudi, the world was not in that dark place in 2015, you know. He might have been right when he said this will be appreciated in 5 years, because COVID happened 5 years later and we were all locked inside and everyone was depressed.
I think that's the case. I've got a strong feeling from what I have seen online lately. I think this album is becoming a cult appreciation. I don't want to say cult classic, but a cult appreciation of, oh, we didn't appreciate it then, we appreciate it now. And that's definitely the case for me, because when I was listening to it recently, I was just like, oh, okay. And 10 years is a long time. 10 years is a long time. So that's enough time for you, for your ears or musical taste or appreciation to mature. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think I appreciate it a lot more now, even though I still think that it's a crazy album.
Yeah.
There's certain points in the album where I'm like, this is so bloody creepy, or this is so bloody dark, and so many parts of it where I'm just busting out laughing like, this guy's not taking himself seriously anymore.
Oh, well, you'll have to point them out. Should we get into the track list?
Let's do it.
Sure. Right, we're going to play the first song, Edge of Earth / post Mortem Boredom. Let's play a little bit. Pause it there before we get into the second half of the song. Any comments, William?
It's a very creepy. It's very creepy. It fits the title very well, like The Edge of the Earth. But even though it sounds creepy, I like it because it's just, I can't put my finger on it. It's that lick of that riff, that ding 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 ding, and it's just, I don't know. It's just weird, man. I can't articulate it.
I love it. I love it. This is the perfect way to do lo-fi music. I don't know if you know what I mean by lo-fi.
Yeah,
it's like a genre of but yeah, it's perfect. The melody is so beautiful, and like you said, it sounds creepy, and the melody just gives it the juxtaposition, which is sounds. What a beautiful scene. Beautiful,
yeah.
And the melody is perfect. One of from since Man on the Moon 2, when I loved Man on the Moon 1 and Man on the Moon 2, since then I think this might, I'd have to refresh my memory, but up until now this is like one of his best melodies in my opinion that he's put on a record.
It's a simple, but it's
so simple.
It's really like, you can't help but bop your head to it.
Yeah.
And the way his voice goes with it, and there's some kind of like, not humming but melody that he's using his voice with. He's like singing the melody in the background, and it's just harmonic. But
he's like harmonizing,
harmonizing, but it sounds cool. I do like it.
He opens the album perfect with this, and I think you instantly get an idea of what this album is going to give you and be about. You know, when he says bits and pieces are wrong with me, if so, won't you sing along with me? Here's one more for the people lost in insanity. Cover your wounds, don't show your scars, smile for your friends and carry on. Here's one more for the people lost in insanity. And you know, where we were touching on just before we started listening to it, this is made for a certain type of person. This is made for someone who is close to the end, to ending their life. You know, how harsh that sounds, but there are people out there who are contemplating that. So this is talking directly to them, you know.
It's good. It's a good song.
It's a great start. Let's get into the second part of the song, Post Mortem, Boredom.
I find that funny.
I love it. I love that opening line where he says the angels have no whiskey. Nah. And like it's just, and the fact it's called Post Mortem Boredom, which means he's killed himself.
Yeah.
And he is bored. He is bored. It hasn't helped, guys. He's fuming that there's no whiskey in heaven.
God.
But
yeah, it's how can I explain? It's just like, I think the best way for me to explain it for me is, I like this by accident.
yeah.
It's like that.
I mean.
You know what I mean? Like, oops, I liked it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is really weird.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
It's weird. It's a great way to open the album though. And the first part of the song, I didn't feel like it was grunge, but then instantly when that that electric guitar comes in, it's instantly, you're like, oh, this is grunge. This is 90s
Do you know what I've just clocked? I've clocked that. So that was the first track where you've got the first half of it, which is called The Edge of... what was it?
The Edge of Earth.
The Edge of Earth. And then the second part, which is the Post-Mortem Boredom. But the beginning of it is what some of the album sounds like. And then the second part of it is what the rest of the album sounds.
The other half. That's a good spot. Yeah.
So yeah. So as much as the first part of it, there's certain songs on there that sound like that, and even way creepier. And you might know what track I'm talking about. But then, the second part of it is that kind of riff, that guitar, and the way he's singing is like that. Some of it gets a little bit more erratic, but it sounds like that. But yeah, those two songs are pretty much the way the album sounds.
Yeah, great introduction for me to the album. I love it. Like I said, it's my favourite song on the album. So it's all going to get worse from here, according to Steve.
Next track is Confused, which is the single of the album, pretty much. One out of two of the singles that were released on the album.
Yeah,
I like it.
It even comes on the hype sticker on the album. Includes the single Confused. Let's get into it. So yeah, sorry, I wanted to get to the I hate the drugs, but I love the numb. That's one of my favourite lines on the whole album.
Yeah, no, it is a good line.
That is incredible. I hate the drugs, but I love the numb.
Yeah.
I hate the gun, but I want the sun. Just is so deep.
It's actually really deep, yeah. It's a really good part of the song. I like the song in its entirety.
Yeah, it's a good song.
It's a very good song.
Very good song.
Very good writing. Not overcomplicated, obviously, but it's written well. He's playing the guitar. It's Kid Cudi that's playing the guitar. I think it's just a good song.
Yeah, great song. Great pre-chorus where he's like, "Who am I? Who are we? Who am I? Who are we? All I want is to feel complete." Yeah.
He sings it really well as well.
Yeah. Brilliant song. Understandable why it was the first single. He seems like he's very much fighting for his inner peace, and it looks like he doesn't know how to find it.
No, it's a very good song, man. I do like it.
Great song. Kicks off the grunge vibes as well. Great song. Anything else you want to say about it, or should we get on to the next one?
Next one. I think what bothers me sometimes about certain albums, especially with this one, because I haven't listened to it like his other albums. You know, like in your brain when you know the next song before it comes on.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten to that stage with this album.
It's not in your blood, like.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I'm the same. Which
is sad, but hopefully one day I'll get there. Better late than never.
Next song, Man in the Night. Instantly grungy, dirty, heavier than what we've heard so far. I'm gonna say you now, gets annoying, but
I do like it.
Yeah.
But the reason why I did that is because of the ending of this song.
Okay, let's get into it. We'll listen to quite a bit.
Don't play the whole song, yeah.
Maybe we'll play a bit of it.
You have to play the end of this song.
I will play the end. I will play the end of the song. Let's talk about how. What's your opinions on the song, William?
I do like it. It does get annoying, but I do like it. I think you need to definitely be in the mood to listen to the song. You have to be doing something whilst listening to the song. This is not the kind of song that you listen to because you just like it.
Yeah, I have mixed feelings on this song.
Yeah,
Again, the beat gets annoying. How long are we? 3 minutes 50. Say 3 minutes 20 without the skit at the end. It gets jarring.
It does get jarring.
I kind of like his flow, and I like it and I don't. I think I like it because it's creative, but I don't like it on my ear.
Yeah.
As we ride in my car, I'm blinded by the lights, and we're on a quest riding off into the night. It's creative in a weird way, but I don't like it. If that makes sense.
Again, this album is weird, bruv.
Yeah.
It's a weird album. It's a weird album.
And then I'm not the biggest fan of the chorus. It's all, I'm in love with the night. Yeah, she's great for some fun. Yeah, she's dope for my head. Yeah, she's good for me. Yeah. This song is annoying to me because I kind of like it in a weird way.
Oops, but I liked it. What happened?
Yeah, but then I don't. I don't actually like this. It's something different from Cudi.
You're so conflicted. You seem so conflicted. It's
this
so
one
funny.
should be called Confused, because I am confused with my feelings towards it.
What the hell is this? I like it.
I'm very confused, like when I went to Thailand.
What? Keep that to yourself, bro.
Let's get to the skit. Is it the moment?
Skit is funny.
The moment William's been waiting for. I don't know when it starts, so we're gonna chance it. Oh, hold on,
bro. Okay, so I never understood Beavis and Butt-Head. I think I was really young when I first came across them, and I found them very weird anyway. So when I first listened to this album and I heard that, I was just like, what on God's earth is going on? I hated it.
Okay.
I hated it. Now when I listen to it, I think it's funny. I don't think it's meant to be taken seriously.
You don't?
I don't think it's meant to be taken seriously on the surface. But I think it starts to make more sense as the album progresses.
Okay, we'll keep that in mind.
Okay.
So when I first heard this, I obviously the grunge sound instantly hits you when you listen to the first few tracks, especially this track. Then Beavis and Butthead come in, and you're like, okay, I'm back in the 90s. It's 94. I'm sitting on a couch watching MTV.
Yeah.
And I loved it. I thought it was a great touch. I still think it is a great touch. I hope they're not being serious, but I will address that again at the end of the album, because we are 3 songs into an 18-track album, 26 if you include the second disc, and they have told us, hello ladies, tonight we bring you the greatest album that has ever been made in the history of man. It is called Speedin' Bullet to Heaven. Beavis says, oh no, the other one, Butthead says, Beavis punk rock is not dead.
Word to Kurt.
Word to Kurt, shout out to Kurt. We can see the inspiration for this album. Yeah, I don't appreciate you telling us it's the best album ever. 3 tracks in, but that's just me. That's just me. I will address it after we've heard all the skits.
Okay. I find it funny how they start off going dun, 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 dun. That was funny.
See, that's why I don't think they're not being serious, because one of them's like, how come it stopped? How come it's not still going? I think they're actually saying that is the best album of all time. I digress.
Let's hold that thought.
Any last words on that song? Fair. Let's play Screwed.
So that is the whole song. There's no chorus. It's just that verse. And then what it's just the outro, and then that's it.
I quite like it.
I like the song.
I like how short it is.
Yeah, it's short and sweet, and
short and sweet.
That verse is...
It's very deep.
It's very deep. Simple.
Yeah. If people didn't hear what he was saying, he's saying, I've been trying to steer it right. It's apparently clear how I might be screwed. The end is near. I said the end is nearing. It's apparently clear we might be screwed. When life loses appeal, when the ghosts appear, just like a kid in the moonlight, a kid in the moonlight. Headlights on a deer, headlights on the fear, just a kid in the moonlight. It's poetic, deep. Yeah, decent tune. We haven't had any real bad ones yet. Man in the Night, I was there, but we haven't really had any bad tunes yet.
Yeah, it's not like I hate this song so much or something like that, or I hate it even. I just like it, but it's just I'm just surprised that I like it.
Yeah.
Next one.
Next track, Fade to Red. I already hate it.
Really? I was gonna say, let's not play too much of this one, but I do like it. Play the first verse and just the bridge and hook, and that's it. I like it.
Of course you do.
I think I know the reason why I like it. I think I know the reason why I like it.
Why?
I think it just... This song goes into the next song so nicely. It's weird. Because I know what song's coming next, and I think because this song is so chaotic... It's so chaotic.
It is very polarizing.
Chaotic. It's polarizing to the next song. And I don't know, it just does something to me. Like, if you listen to the lyrics of the first verse especially, I just like the lyrics is hitting me. Like, we're born in the dark, born into pain, return out of rage. No one's home. I don't know, it's just...
Yeah. I get it.
It's literally chaotic. And you can hear it with the stabbing of like the riff of the guitar, and then all of a sudden the next track, spoiler alert, is just weird.
Yeah, it's very fast and intense, and then an instant come down.
Yeah, like it's so polarizing, and I think that's the reason why I like this song even more.
I got you. I don't like the sound of it, but that's my issue. I'm not into that type of rock music. Like, this is not grunge to me. This
it's just chaotic.
Yeah, it's fast paced.
Yeah,
American rock. Yeah. I ain't got nothing bad to say about it. Though the lyrics are decent. Nothing wrong with them. They're not the best lyrics on the album, but yes. Yeah, it's okay, just not for me.
On to the next track, because let me just say that this next track, I like it so much. It's called Adventures. Yeah. And it's very psychedelic. It's very spacey. It's one of my favourite songs on the album.
Okay, let's get into it.
Can we just deep the fact that those lyrics are kind of like one of the saddest lyrics I've ever heard in my whole entire life.
Yeah.
It's so sad. What the hell?
Inadequate, feeling so unwanted. Think I want to disappear from the fire calling. Damn, that's so unfair. Inadequate, feeling so unwanted.
So simple.
So simple.
From the fire calling, from the fire calling, damn, that is so unfair. That is so unfair. Like, just, and then the second verse is weird. I don't know if you want to play it.
Yeah, let's play a little bit.
Okay. Because we're 12.
I'm too tired for this, brother. I swear I heard him say, "No more chicken sandwiches." I swear I heard him say that.
Okay, for anyone listening, it's 12:15 in the evening, so it won't take much for us to laugh at some stupid shit. But yeah, I think what got me was her vagina's moist and warm.
I stared down the barrel of the camera when he said that. Yeah,
I was just like, okay, it's nice and warm, fellas.
Seems like a safe place. It'll keep him safe.
Yeah. And no more chicken sandwiches.
He's got some mommy issues.
God. But yeah, I think some of the lyrics are, well, the vagina lyric is a shout out to Kurt Cobain, because I think he made a song called Vagina, Moist and Warm.
Did he?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Moist Vagina. Yeah.
Moist
Vagina.
Moist.
It's a Nirvana song. I've never heard it.
I don't want to hear it.
But yeah,
I'm good.
The no more chicken sandwiches. Yes, I'll pay for the damages.
It like you said, this album is weird. That first verse is so beautiful and deep,
and then the second verse, I'm like, huh?
And then he confuses me with the
like,
second verse. No more chicken sandwiches.
Yes, I'll pay.
That
for
is
the
unfortunate. I love a good chicken sandwich.
Cudi has been eating too many muck chicken sandwiches, and now he's affording to pay for better food. Since muck chicken what was at bruv, I'm lost.
He doesn't say muck chicken sandwiches though. Why are they bringing McDonald's into this?
I don't know.
So somebody said, if I remember correctly, Cudi said in an interview that after he stopped smoking weed, he developed a crippling addiction to Chick-fil-A, which would make more sense. Yeah.
I do love this song though. I really do. I think the chorus of it is just spacey for me. And we're floating.
The chorus very much gives me Man on the Moon vibes. Like you wouldn't be surprised if you would hear it on one of those albums.
Yeah.
You know?
It's very lonely as well.
Yeah.
Like the chorus is just very lonely.
Yeah.
And there's a section, I think after the second verse, it sounds beautiful the way how he sings it. If you continue playing it, it's not that far away.
You jump forward a little bit.
I love that.
Yeah, that is a lovely touch. This is one of my favourite songs, to be fair. It is, apart from that second verse, confuses me. But yeah, one of my faves.
Yeah. And the skit is on this.
We have another Beavis and Butt-Head skit. Should we jump towards it and give it a listen?
Again, I like the skit because I don't know, they just start singing it and then they just took some weird shit. It's funny.
See if I can find it.
That makes me laugh. That makes me laugh so much. It's like it kind of makes me think about my life. What life? Go ahead, man.
No, that is funny.
What the hell is going on? Take the mushrooms, Beavis.
I think Butthead is trying to rape Beavis. Beer guys.
Take the mushrooms, Beavis. Eat them all.
Yeah.
Anyway, on to the next song.
Yeah, the great song, by the way. Adventures, one of my faves. Great song.
So, yeah, with Adventures, you've got Fade to Red, which I think is chaotic. Then you've got Adventures, which is calming, very polarizing. And then, are we on to the next track now?
We'll be jumping onto Nothing as soon as you stop talking. I'm joking.
The Nothing is just the creepiest song on the album.
The song is given from the perspective of the addiction. within Scott's mind.
Creepiest song of the
Let's
album.
take a listen. And this is the point in the album where it starts to fall off for me, guys.
Really?
Yes. Come on now. Mary quite can stop. Do you want to carry on listening?
Just a little bit more.
That song is fucked. It's fucked. Nah, let's be fair.
I think it says a lot about me, man.
Do you know what would be... Go on.
I like it.
Nah, of course you do. Of course you do. We get into these podcasts and everything. I like it. Cuddy.
Oh, fam.
Do you know what would have been nice? This feels like it could be an interlude, especially with the nursery rhyme incorporated into the song. It would be nice if he had like a little girl voice doing it. That would have really creeped me out.
No, that would creep me out.
And it would have been a nice touch. With Cuddy doing it, I'm just like, meh. I don't know. He's gone back into his lo-fi bag, and yeah, I suppose it's cool in a creative kind of way.
I think if it's talking about his addiction, and he's trying to give that slow kind of evil, scary feeling, he's hit the nail on the head.
Oh yeah, of course.
And
if that's what he hears in his head, then it's fucked.
Yeah. And I don't know, there's something about the name Mary, when it's a horror or something like that, the name works. And you say Mary, Mary 3 times, he's only said it twice, and it's just like, oh, don't say it the 3rd time. But maybe Mary is like marijuana.
You've said it about 4 times now, brother. Don't look in the mirror and say it though. Yeah, Mary Jane is another name for marijuana, but
yeah, I
don't think weed is his problem at this point in his life. I think he's doing way heavier things.
Yeah, but it's a very creepy song. But I think it works. He's making the point, and you need to be in a certain kind of frequency to listen to this album, anyway. So.
Agreed. Should we get on to the next song? Amen.
In caps. Yeah. I didn't even look at you. I can just tell, just like, what the hell? Nah, fam. After that last track, and then you want to play this, and then you can say, I can see through. Nah, bruv.
Send a chill down your spine. I'm sorry, listeners. I'm sorry.
No, we already told the listeners this is going to be a hard listen.
It's going to be a hard listen. Yeah.
It's a good album, but it's going to be a hard listen. It's not for everybody.
Let's play.
That's pretty much the body of the song. Thoughts?
So around this point in the album, everyone, I'm starting to think that he should have stopped 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 songs in, and he would have made a perfect album. What is doing my head in? I can suffer through it for a few songs, but the fact that he's treating this rock album like a hip hop album, in the sense of he is playing one lick or maybe 2 licks and looping it, and it's not going anywhere. He's not playing multiple chords and changing key and stuff, which happens all the time in actual rock music, and it just gets a bit jarring after 3 minutes of it. Do you know what I mean? Of the same lick over and over again.
I hear that.
And when it gets heavy like that, that's not my frequency. That's not the type of music I listen to. like the slower, more lo-fi songs are more like what I would listen to outside of hip hop, not these faster, heavier hitting guitar tracks. You know?
Okay.
What's your opinion?
I understand why you don't like it, and when I obviously 10 years ago when I was listening to this album, I didn't like it. Now, I don't know, I'm more tolerable to it.
Fair. Fair. I don't really like the chorus either, to be honest.
I can listen to it. It's not one of those, obviously it's not a song that I'm going to be like, oh, remember that track Amen? I like that song, and just play that song on its own. But listening through the album, I can listen to it.
Fair. I suppose that's the best thing you can say about it. Should we jump into the next song if you're ready?
Yeah, my favourite track.
Handle with Care, Will's favourite track.
It's a beautiful track.
This is going to be fruity, guys.
Suck yourself. No, it's a very.
Tried.
It's a very vulnerable song where it's very cool.
Okay. Very.
It is.
I'm not saying anything. You're the one who's saying it's your favourite. I'm just pointing out there's a common theme with your favourites over these episodes.
Hey, you're
a sensitive soul.
I'm a sensitive soul.
We get it.
I'm honest with myself, man. Go on. What are your thoughts on it?
You are?
What are your thoughts on it?
It's okay. It's okay.
It's a very simple song.
Yeah, he's back in the lo-fi, just him, and that guitar. It's looped again, which is annoying, but I do like the I think what it's called now, when you move down the chord and you hear that. Do you know when your fingers move down the strings? I do like that that little sound in there. It's a simple chorus, but it's decent.
What are your thoughts on the lyrics?
I'm trying not to be too negative today. I feel like I've been very negative on these podcasts since episode 3. They don't do nothing. They say something, but the rhyme scheme is very simple.
Yeah, they are.
And probably that's like what he's aiming for on the song. But it's getting to the point where he's not saying anything new. We've heard in a different verbiage what he's saying already in this album. Do you know what I mean?
Fair enough.
It's still deep, but we heard it a few tracks ago.
Yeah, fair enough.
What are your opinions?
I like how simple it is, and I think I just love the simplicity of it. It's simple as that. I think I like the analogy that he's given as well. Like if you've got a box, like he's a box with like, you get those boxes that says fragile, handle with care. That's pretty much what he is. So when you handle him, be careful. Simple as that.
Got you. And we do get another Beavis and Butt-Head skit. If you want to jump forward to that.
Someone else is in it, which is David Van Drizen. I don't know who that is.
Is he not the guy who made... Is he not the guy who's voicing Beavis and Butt-Head?
Probably.
I think he might be. I think he might be.
Yeah, I think you're right. Literally, Beavis and Butt-Head is me and you. Literally. Yeah, Beavis, look inward. Look up your butt. Shut up, Butthead. Your vibe's all wrong.
Yeah, it's nice hearing Beavis and Butthead again.
It's a track.
Oh, it's my track. Sorry.
Yeah. It's you all over.
Yeah. I will comment on the Beavis and Butthead skits at the end when I make my summary of this album. So everybody, my song. Are you ready for my song?
Don't be proud of yourself.
Do you know that, like, when we were doing research for this album and I was listening to it, and as soon as it came on, I was just like, this is what he's going to think of me when he listens to the Wizard episode, when he listens to the Indicut episode.
Oh my god.
Judgmental cunt.
Wow, you said it.
I said it, and I say it to my kids. I'm only joking. Yeah, let's play a little bit. Be warned, guys, if you're in a work environment or if you're playing this loud in your car.
Mate, you've already said it. You just screamed it out. It's a bit too late for that.
We might edit it, you don't know. We might edit it. Okay. Judgmental cunt. Cudi should keep his instruments tuned. That's what he should do. Tell us what to do.
I'm assuming you don't like it then.
Again, it's a nice switch of pace. I always appreciate that in an album where you can slow down and speed up and refresh our ears every couple of minutes. But again, it's not my frequency. I don't like this type of music anyway. The chorus is boring. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
We get it.
And then he's like, "You're just a little kid, just a loser kid," and it's just like, it is the simplest rhyme. It sounds like a child wrote it. Like, it is not good. And I am being judgmental right now, but he deserves it because it is terrible. It's terrible, and you cannot tell me any different.
Guess what?
I kind of like it. I kind of like it. Of course he does. Everyone. Are we surprised yet, listeners? Why do you like it? Why do you like it?
I just like the fact it's called Judgmental C word.
That's all you like about it. That's what this episode's going to be called, by the way. I'm changing the name.
It is very punky. It's very punk. If it's not your kind of sound, you will not like it. I totally get it. It's not for everybody. I think first time I listened to it, didn't like it, but it grew on me. But I totally appreciate why people won't like it.
It's terrible. There's nothing, you can't say anything good about it. You're literally just saying, I like it. It grew on me. You haven't said anything about it that's good.
If you go in Genius and you like at some of the comments down at the bottom of it,
right.
There's someone that I've read that someone says people treat Kid Cudi like he's a rapper, he's an artist, a musician, an expresser. Fuck out of here, fake ass Cudi fans. It's alright not to like something, but a true Cudi fan would still respect his craft no matter what. And they won't say, "This is honestly one of the best songs I've ever heard in my entire life." Go listen to Chief Keef or somebody like that. You closed-minded motherfuckers.
I feel personally attacked. I feel like you picked that comment out on purpose. There is no need of that.
No, I like it. I don't know why. Oops, I liked it. It's one of them ones.
Seance Chaos. I feel like some of these track titles are getting a bit...
I think this is the only one track I definitely did not like.
Oh, okay. Interesting. By the time we've listened to it, though, you'll be like, I liked it.
Let's see.
My parents always taught me, if you haven't got anything nice to say, to not say anything at all.
They failed miserably, innit?
God. On that note, that fucking is shit. It's just shit. Like, leave it off the album. It doesn't need to be there. And there is a few more tracks I feel the same way about. They don't need to be on there. You're ruining a half decent album. It's not even a great album at the minute because we haven't loved any of the songs. You're ruining a half decent album, and this is why everybody hates it. There you go. Done a shit job with that.
Yeah, worst song of the album, definitely.
You don't like it either.
I despise it.
Finally.
I've heard songs like these, and I think he's getting inspiration. I don't know where I've heard it. I don't know what artist. I don't know what song. But he's got an inspiration from somewhere.
The title suits it. It is chaos.
Yeah.
It is chaos. If that's the emotion he's trying to invoke, he does it well. But we are judging this on a listening experience. I don't like it. Please.
Dude, I'm just looking at some of the comments.
Read some, and if I feel attacked again, the podcast is done.
This isn't even music. What the fuck happened to this dude? That was 9 years ago.
My bad. That was my comment from back in the day.
This is the worst song of the decade, no question. Somebody just said no.
No.
Someone said, okay, this is bad. And then you've got some positives here. Equally some positives. For those of you who say that Cudi changed, this isn't good anymore. This song proves that he hasn't changed one bit. Every single album he's made has some songs where he rages. This album is him trying to beat the shit out of his demons, hence why the next album is called Passion, Pain, Demon Slaying. Okay.
Cudi fans making excuses for him again. Honestly.
One of the best songs on this album. I need something that will give me a little bit of a boost. Okay. Yeah. You know what? Yeah. Next song. It's not for me.
It's not for me either. Fairy Tale Remains. Fairy Tale is split up into two words. Yeah. Fairy
love story.
Tale Remains, which is a bit dark, but yeah that's the song. That's the song. Not that I don't like it. It's just another one of those guitar loops. It is better on my ears than the last
you can't even
two songs.
You can't even compare it to the last song, can you?
No,
can't do it. Can't do that. Again, it's
simple rhymes.
It's if I'm listening to the album as a whole, I can listen to that song, but it's not a memorable song where I'm like, after listening to the album, then I'm singing the song afterwards.
Yeah.
Or it's like stuck in my head, or it just comes to me randomly, and I'm like, I need to play that song, but I can listen to it. And sometimes, depending on the mood that I'm in, it is fun. To be honest with you, I think it's one of the most fun songs on the album.
Yeah, it's very upbeat in it. I just don't. The chorus is.
It's cheesy. It's corny.
Yeah.
It's punk. You know what I mean? So that's what you get, really, isn't it?
Punk in the lightest of terms.
Tux.
So yeah, on to the next track, Wedding Tux.
That's live, bloody hell.
You have the floor, William.
It's very rude.
It's very rude.
It's a very rude song. Emotional slave slap. Damn. It's a very bitter song, isn't it? That's what I get from it. He's very bitter. Like,
yeah.
It's a very angry song, in my opinion. You know, is it a wedding tux, or is it a tux that they've put him in and they've buried him in? hold up the box of recycling.
What does that mean?
I'm assuming that it means that they're holding up a box.
And he's calling himself recycling?
Yeah.
Mm.
But I could be wrong. And that line, being tossed aside like rotten meat, while the maggots and vultures feasting on my memories. That's damn.
It's okay. The frequency suits me. I like the softer guitar sounds, even though again it's just a looped chord.
In my opinion, it's a nice song. It just makes me realise that I find it funny. The reason why I find it funny is because it's just it's such a resentful song.
I feel like the chorus could have been better. I think he could have worked harder on it. Bury me to sleep in a wedding tux is a great line. And then he says,
everyone sucks. I just find it funny. Everything and everyone sucks. It's like, from what I take from it, he's just given up and it's just like, yeah, fuck everybody. Like,
yeah, I get that, but everyone sucks. You don't even say and lazy writing, I think. But yeah, it's an okay song. I probably wouldn't delete it if we are going through the track by track, taking tracks off. I probably wouldn't delete it. It's decent. Next song? Angered Kids. Wait. Sorry.
He's coming for you, bruv.
He's coming
for you, bruv.
He says, yeah, Stephen. Look out.
Yeah, bitch.
Yeah. Cudi is a prophet, I'm telling you guys. He knew this was going to happen.
Oh my god. Wait, just play that one bit. Are you on Genius, by the way?
Yeah.
Have you looked at the comments?
I haven't.
Can you please? Yeah.
Sounds like a soundtrack to a school shooting. I was just about to say that. I was going to say he's made an anthem for school shooters, and I think he's done it on purpose. Yeah, Stephen, look out.
Do you know what's so funny?
What?
You would be in this class, and he would be coming for you, bruv.
He would be coming for me. He would, and I
think it's already happened in the parallel universe, bruv.
I hate to say.
How would he say, yes, Stephen, I'm coming for you? Look out. Oh my god.
Also, why does he start the song by doing Nicki Minaj's British impression? Hello, doctor, there's something wrong inside of me. You haven't. I'm getting to the point where I don't have the energy to shit on him anymore, because this to me is arse. No, not even about the time. I'm not even feeling sleepy. It's getting to the point where I've said this stuff 4 or 5 tracks ago. The guitar is just looped. The rhymes are basic. Unless he's talking to a school shooter, telling them to go and shoot up their school, it doesn't move anyone. And he repeats a lot, and it's not on my frequency. Again, half these songs are, and half of them ain't. I just can't help that, you know. I just don't like the sounds he's going for. What's your opinion on it?
Again, I think it's, with you saying it's looped, is my version of saying it's a very simple song.
Yeah, but that's my issue. A lot of these are very simple songs, and maybe that's what he's going for.
I think that is the genre.
Yeah, I get that, but keep it to 12 songs.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Do you have to? 100%. Do you have to do 26?
You don't need 26 songs. No, you don't need to. No.
That's what I'm saying. Like when we first get into the album, it's okay and you can deal with it. but then it starts going, okay, like you are not saying anything else, and the every other song sounds the same, but yeah.
That comment broke me.
Sounds like a school shooting.
But it's legit. I think, as you 100%. Said, that's what he's going for.
Feels like I don't know. But yeah, I don't really have much more to say. I can't wait to get to the next Beavis and Butt-Head skit.
Come on, let's go.
So, next song is called Red Sabbath. I'm just reading the genius. This is the 15th track on Kid Cudi's 90-minute 2015 record. Red Sabbath. This tune's okay.
Why?
It's a bit more mellow. It's very much. I like the little effect he puts on his voice, and the fact that his voice. Sounds like one of the lo-fi tracks, but his voice sounds hi-fi. If that makes sense. Like, it's very much clear, and yeah, I quite like it.
Yeah, it's very low. It's a low vibrational song. I don't mind it. It's not a memorable track for me, but listening through the album, I get to it and I'll listen to it. I'll happily listen to it.
Yeah.
But it's nothing special for me.
Yeah.
But I will say I do like it.
Yeah, I agree. I like it. Again, it's not the best song, but it's not terrible.
Mm-hmm.
We get another Beavis and Butt-Head skit at the end of the song. Oh,
that sounds weird, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
Sounds creepy.
Yeah.
But yeah. You have any comments
on that skit?
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but is it like Butthead has become enlightened or transformed?
Possibly.
Because he's, I don't know, either taken some kind of special mushrooms or he's listening to the greatest album of all time.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of both. Maybe that's where we're going wrong. Maybe we should have taken mushrooms before we listen to this album. Maybe then we may understand Cudi's genius. But yeah, I think you're onto something there.
That's what I took from it straight away. I was just like, because you can tell how he progressively sounds different in each skit. Like he's even to the point where Beavis is just like, why do you sound like that?
Yeah. No, I think you're right. I think they are tripping on mushrooms on the last skit we heard in it. Yeah. And this might be them coming out of that trip.
Okay.
Fuchsia butterflies. Isn't fuchsia a colour red?
Yeah. A type of red, yeah.
A type of red.
I like it.
Of course you do. I just play the outro for us for a sec.
Oh yeah, the outro. It's the whole album about him just wanting to
kill himself, yes.
And shoot up a school.
And yeah. Yeah, maybe. Who knows? This sounds okay.
I like it.
You like it? Yeah, of course you do. I do like the start of the chorus when he's like, then I'll be happy and shit-faced by myself, just loathing in my sweet misery. Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't say anything about the first verse, about it being lazy writing.
It is lazy writing. But I kind of enjoyed it in a weird way. Again, like one of the earlier songs, I can't remember which one. I think it was track 3. I shouldn't like it, but I kind of do. Do you like? Oops, I like it. Like you've been saying half the time.
Oops, a daisy. I like it.
It is lazy writing, and I should be shitting on it, but it kind of
works.
It works. He does it well. The feeling like I'm a goner feels more like a chorus than a verse or maybe a bridge. So maybe that's why I kind of like it. I don't know.
It's the heaviest. I like the guitar riff. I do like the guitar riff. I like how heavy it is.
It is heavy.
Grungy it is. So I think when I get to this point of the album, and it's getting towards the end of an already long album, I think it's like a pick-me-up.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe that's what's drawing me towards it a bit. Yeah, I think you're right.
It's a head bop as well. It is a head bop. So, and the self-titled song of the album, if I've said it correctly, self-titled.
Yeah, the title track. Speedin' Bullet to Heaven. Let's listen to a little bit. I like it. It's probably top 3 on this album for me.
It's a very good song.
Very good song. Love the acoustic guitar that comes in. The intro to this song is very long. I didn't notice it until we started playing it, but then I was just like, have I accidentally downloaded an instrumental version? But no, it's very good. Very decent writing, not great, but he explains his point and the mood he's feeling in very well during this song. And weirdly, even though the lyrics are very much depressive, he gives us a little "I'm okay" at the end of the verses. I'm all smiles. Whether that's him masking, yeah. But yeah, I like it.
It's a good track. I think it's that is the end of the album, right? The main album.
No, Embers is.
Oh, not Embers. Oh.
Yeah, this would be a lovely way to end the album. But yeah, Embers is the last song on the main album.
The last line of this song is "Brr," which means "be right back." That just tickles me.
That is funny. Be right back. And then, do you have anything else to say about that song?
Apart from the fact that I like it, no.
I'm assuming when we come to say what we think about the album, you're gonna be like, I liked it. Oops, I liked it. Yeah, let's get into Ember, and then we can wrap this up.
Yeah, it's pretty much that, isn't it?
It's pretty much that. Yeah, he could have kept it to 1 minute odd, but it's great. I fucking love it.
Yeah,
love it.
It's pretty much that, but you need to go away and listen to it and be in the right mode.
Yeah, of course.
As well, and the outro.
Should we play the outro?
Nice. I
love a good outro. So,
I don't know why I like that.
No, it's cute. I love that song. Really good way to end the album. It's such a shame there's so much junk in the middle of this album, because it starts off great and it ends great. There's a lot of junk in the middle though.
You know what? How many albums does Kid Cudi have? What, 9, 10, something like that?
I think he might be on to 11 now. But yeah.
Probably. I don't know if this is a spoiler, but this is... Ooh, this might be my worst Kid Cudi album. It's between this and Indicad.
Indicad?
I think this beats Indicad, actually.
Wow, Indicad. Okay.
Indicad is my worst, but...
Indicad does have girls on it.
No. Yeah. It's a terrible song. Worst song I've ever heard by Kid Cudi. But, yeah. But it's weird because I do like this album, but
yeah,
it's one of my worst albums. But it's a shame because I think maybe it just needs to grow on me even more. But I do like the album.
Yeah,
like there's some moments in there that I really do appreciate. and I like the fact that it's very different as well. And I respect the fact that he's done something different. The bonus tracks that we're not going to delve into, there's about 2 or 3 songs on there that are decent.
Yeah.
The rest are, is 6 tracks in it? Or is it 8?
8.
Right, so there's 3 full tracks on there. There's one where it's very dark, and I think you know the one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But it's too long.
Yeah, especially when you get into the second disc, it does get too long. This first disc is bloated, and it needs trimming, and I think this would be higher up on my list of Kid Cudi albums if it trimmed some of the fat. Like, is it Angered Kid? I can't really remember when I slagged off. But there's a few in there between Judgmental Cunt and Fuchsia Butterflies. I could probably take off 4 or 5 songs there and be happy with it, you know. And also the stupid Beavis and Butt-Head interludes.
It wasn't necessary, was it?
I think it was. I think he did it wrong. So this album was supposed to give you the 90s vibes, which it does. It has very grungy sounds in it, and it has the Beavis and Butt-Head skits. Okay, but I didn't watch Beavis and Butt-Head a lot, but what I do remember them for is they used to slag off music on MTV, and that's what would be funny about them. Okay.
Oh, really?
They only ever said like 3 albums were great, and they were like Metallica albums or something like that, which they used to praise. But everything else they used to slag off, and it would be fucking hilarious to just see them, like a music video would play, and then you'd get like a little clip of Beavis and Butt-Head, like that was shit or whatever, and it'd just be funny. Do you know what I mean?
I never knew that.
And I think Cudi missed a trick with these Beavis and Butt-Head skits, because when I first listened to them back in the day, I was like, oh my god, nostalgia vibes, yeah, this is amazing. But then, especially that first skit where we're 3 tracks in and they're like, oh, this is the greatest album of all time, and you're like, okay, Beavis and Butt-Head would never say that about this album. So it doesn't sound like they're taking the piss on the album. It sounds like they're being genuine. And what I would have liked for them to do is be a voice on the album of Cudi's critics. Like Cudi has never had universal acclaim. Like, even Man on the Moon 1, which is his most acclaimed album, is still not regarded as a To Pimp a Butterfly or a Stankonia or one of these great albums in hip-hop. It is by his fans and by like a cult classic status, but not by music critics, if you know what I mean. If you go and look at all the reviews, it's not held at 5-star consistently, you know. Same as Man on the Moon 2. Man on the Moon 2 gets worse reviews than that, and then it just gets worse and worse and worse as Cudi's albums go down to this point. And I feel like Cudi knows what he's doing with this album. He knows that it's going to be Marmite. Some people are going to love it, some people are going to hate it, just because of the sounds. Like, people don't usually go to Cudi to hear this sound. Do you know what I mean? And I think Cudi should have the realization that people are going to shit on this album. Nobody is going to hold this album up as an Aquemini, as a Abbey Road, as one of the greatest albums of all time. It was never going to happen. It was never going to happen, just because of what we've seen previously from music critics towards Cudi.
Yeah.
So what I would have liked to have seen is him use Beavis and Butt-Head as the music critics, knowing that they are going to shit on this album, because they did. As soon as this album came out, they shit it. The reviews are terrible on this album.
Yeah.
So knowing you're Kid Cudi, knowing you don't get good reviews off critics, and Beavis and Butt-Head are known for making fun of music, he should have had them saying it straight away as soon as the album's on, like, this sucks. Oh, what a shit.
Yeah.
What a terrible album. What a terrible album. And then just have them going through like, alright, and I would have loved to have seen at the end of the album them going, thank God that is over. Her. And then Cudi you just hear a door opening. And then Beavis goes, oh my God, it's Kid Cudi. And then all of a sudden you just hear a guitar. Just and then one of them going, oh no, Butthead. And then you just hear his voice getting quieter and quieter as he's running out the door, and you just hear this guitar, and you just hear and just Cudi caving one of their heads in, and then Cudi puts his guitar down and leaves the room, and then the album ends. And I was just like, that would have been amazing. And I just feel like with them bigging up the album at the start was just
a missed opportunity,
and it doesn't feel authentic. It feels like the guy who does the Beavis and Butt-Head voices was paid to say what he was saying, you know.
Fair.
But I feel like you take 5 songs off that and you kill Beavis at the end of the album, and it's a classic album.
Yeah.
You know.
No, fair. It's a good idea. Missed opportunity. I see where you're going. I never knew that about Beavis and Butt-Head. I only saw them and I just did not understand it. What was I, like 10?
Yeah. I just remember them slagging off people and like laughing about it, and I would just, yeah, it would have been nice to see them slagging off Cudi on this album, and Cudi using it as this is what happens to people who diss my albums. And then maybe I would be a bit nervous to slag these albums off as harsh as I do. But yeah, I don't know.
Well, let's give it a rating.
Let me look at the track list. I am going to get this on cassette tape. I'm going to give it a 2.5. 2.5. It deserves it. It's not terrible. It's not unlistenable. But I don't like a third of the songs, and I probably, out of the 18 songs, I think 4 are great, and there's probably about 5 that I like, and then the rest are meh to I don't listen to that ever again. So. And it's a good concept, and I like that he switched it up. So yeah, I'm giving it a 2.5. A 2.5. I think that's fair.
It is, to be honest with you. I'm actually surprised you liked it as much as you said you did.
Yeah.
I really wasn't expecting that. For me personally, I would give it a 3.
Fair.
I would give it a 3. It will potentially grow because I will continue to listen to it. Compared to when I first had it, I did not like it at all, and I did not listen to it for years. And it's only recently where I'm like, oh, I can appreciate it and I can have it in my rotation. There's only one song that I cannot stand on there, that I cannot like. There's only one skip for me on there. Everything else, there's like 4 songs, 3 or 4 songs that I love.
Mm-hmm.
1 song that I'll skip. All the other songs, I just listen to it as part of the album. They're not memorable.
Fair.
So, yeah.
Fair.
So, it is the lowest point for Cudi. Cudi knows this. I think, in my opinion, I don't know if he's changed or not. I think over time he has changed. Part of his problem is that he's a very bitter person. He's very emotional. he gets upset easily. Like, being a musician of that scale, you're gonna get critics, and if you're going to branch out and go into another genre that is completely different to hip-hop, you're doing punk rock.
Yeah.
You need to expect that you're gonna get hated on, and you should not take it to heart. Kid Cudi takes things to heart.
Yeah, no, I agree.
He is his own worst enemy. But yeah, I think he was at a very low point. Even in that interview, he didn't even talk about this album. I think he shouldn't have done that, as you said. He should have spoke on it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think it's unfairly hated on, and I think you have, again, I'm probably going to say this a lot over these episodes, but again, you have to give him props for stepping out of
his comfort zone.
The comfort zone, stepping out of what other hip hop artist has done a grunge album? None. So, every hip hop artist can do a pop album or a jazz album. Nobody ever does a grunge album, So, kudos to that. I just it's like, he just missed with a few songs and is a bit bloated. That's my only complaint. If this was the size, if the track list was narrowed down to the size of Wizard, I'm assuming it did it have like 11 or 12 songs?
I think 12 songs.
Yeah, if it was down to 12 songs, 12 songs, I think I would like this a lot more, because there are some strong points on this album, and it's a good concept, and it's very it doesn't deviate from his sound very often. Yeah, it's a shame. It's so close.
On that note,
yes, let us know, guys, what you thought of it. Are we right? Does it only deserve a 2.5 to 3 rating? Would you rate it better? Would you rate it worse? Let us know. What's next in our Kid Cudi journey?
What was it? Passion, Pain, and
is it
Demon
definitely
Slaying.
Passion, Pain, Demon Slaying? Wow.
I'm excited.
It is. 2015, 2016. It only came out the year after. Surprising.
Wow.
Passion, Pain, Demon Slaying seems so much newer than Speedin' Butt-Head. Speedin' Butt-Head feels like it's 10 years old. Passion, Pain, Demon Slaying doesn't. Does that make sense?
It does. Let's not talk too much on it, because I'll get excited.
Alright, chill out. But yeah, love you, bro.
Love you too, man.
Until next time, guys.
Until
Peace.
next time, guys. Peace.